It was one of its kind at that time, the first one.
You could listen to cassettes, you could listen to your radio.
I'm actually surprised they're still making it, to be honest.
For 31 years we used this thing, we loved it, and now the world has no more use for it?
It's kind of a shame to see it go, but you know, these transitions take place, right?
Let me ask you this, how important, you know, harken back to those days, I mean, how important was the Walkman to the music industry?
I think it was huge. I mean, I think before then, the music industry was essentially an industry that you listened to at home, right? You had a record player or even a tape player or something like that. The ability to take it with you, I think, you know, the sales, you can see they just skyrocketed during that time. It was a huge thing for the industry. I think it started to push this idea of mobility beyond just staying at home.
Let me put you on the spot here. What was more important to the development of the music industry, the Walkman or the iPod?
I've got to give the iPod credit, but I think the Walkman. I mean, it really was the first portable digital music device, and you know, you couldn't really walk around with a record player and sit on the subway and listen to music. You could with a Walkman, and you know, I think it's kind of sad though to see that Sony had such an impact on our daily lives today, even. And then kind of you know, drop the ball with subsequent releases of musical devices and things.
The incredible sounding Super Walkman.
The thing that was so interesting too, is they never really improved on the basic concept of the Walkman. I mean, the Walkman, when Sony came out with it, it was really as good as it was ever going to get. They tried to spice it up. Sure, they made the sport version that was waterproof. I mean, they put some radios on them, but there was really nothing more that you could do to it. It was sort of what it was.
And it's fascinating. I mean, do you remember when you first used one? I mean, the excitement around that experience of flipping this tape deck in and hitting the play button, and it was fantastic.
But you know, of course, it could never have happened. The digital devices could have never have happened without this amazing invention. I mean, I remember I doped out my Walkman. I mean, the thing that was so frustrating about them was the batteries died in an hour. I mean, you could listen to like Billy Joel's Nylon Curtain twice, and then you'd have to put in new batteries. So I had this little external battery adapter, which of course immediately made it not a Walkman. It was like, you know, because it was too big.
Did you ever wear it on your belt buckle while you wandered around just to make sure everyone knew you had that Walkman?
Oh yeah, there's no other way to carry it. You had to wear it on your belt buckle.
Have you guys ever heard of something called a Walkman?
No. I just think it might be a CD or something.
So what was your number one tape on your Walkman?
It was Nylon Curtain. It was Billy Joel's Nylon Curtain, because in one of the songs, I think, which was like the track number 2, which was called Laura or something, you know, he dropped the F-bomb in it, and so I just couldn't like get enough of it, so I just listened to it again and again and again. How about you?
I think it was actually the Pet Shop Boys.
Oh yeah?
Oh, I was a huge Pet Shop Boys fan.
That's sort of awesome, and even more awesome, you're willing to come on the internet
and tell the world.
And tell the world. Well, you know, we can't possibly top that. So Nick Bilton, you know, we leave you to your Pet Shop Boys now, available for play on your iPod.